Hey, of course, happy to set up time. What's going on? Jesse, your new hire. What's up? Seems like a different person. What do you mean? Yeah? Yeah, I remember that from the interview. Now just unconfident? What's your gut telling you? To make a change. You mean let him go? Okay. Seen it before? Well, okay. Now remind me, how long had he worked at his prior company? He was there like 10 years. Okay. Have you heard of something called shift shock? No, it's not a technical term. It means this aspect of moving into a new job. And even if you're excited and all those things, all of a sudden you just feel overwhelmed. And you may even have a lot of regret of moving that. Well, think of it. If you've been here a while. And so if you've been here and all of a sudden you're in a new environment, it can feel exciting and all these people are telling you congratulations for this new job. But then you get there and you're like, wait a second. I don't know any of these people. I don't know the dynamics. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. And a lot of that worry and things like that creep up. And so it's incredibly natural for people when they start a new job to miss their old one. Even if they laid out reasons in their interview about why they were looking to move, like growth opportunity, all of that. And it's totally true. But also, the second you're in that growth opportunity, it can feel really overwhelming. And so sometimes people talk about that and they're like, gosh, I feel overwhelmed. But more often than not, they're starting and then they're thinking like, okay, well, I don't want them to think I don't want to be here. And so they're worried. And so they're not saying it, but they may have things like body language, like unconfident. Yeah. Well, I'd say this. I would have a conversation. Because I think if you have a new hire, and even if they seem like unconfident or whatever, all of a sudden HR comes and has a conversation, like it just can feel really weird. I'm sure there's other better words, but it can feel like very official and like what's going on, what conversations were had about me behind my back. And so just you talking to them, I think it's okay. Okay, so good. So it is really helpful to have like regular one-on-ones and things like that. But I think starting your next one and whatever you have on your agenda, you can always get to it, but just start it and say, listen, I just want to say, I know when you start a new job, it can be exciting. People may say congrats. We're excited to have you here. But also it can have a lot of other feelings. And so if you're feeling things like that, I'm happy to talk to you about it and talk about how others have overcome it and just that you know it can be really hard, especially to leave a prior role and to start a new one. But I want to remind you of all the reasons we're really excited to have you come work with us in the interview. And we're excited now and just talk about those honestly. No, I promise you, it would be more weird to have me come in and have the conversation or to not say anything at all. It might get better on its own, but having that and creating that opportunity, and you can say, if you want to talk about it, great. If you don't, it's okay. I'm here. I just want to let you know the reality is I know that when you start a new job, there can be a lot of feelings besides excitement. No, it's not, because also it's totally possible. You may be sensing things that he's not. He may just be, that may be the way he focuses or things like that. But getting on the same page can be really helpful rather than just like you assuming like he doesn't want to be here anymore, because he might be really doubting himself. And so I think having that conversation and creating that, we can talk about other ways to have that, but I think just starting the conversation honestly and acknowledging it can feel exciting to start a new job and other things, but also giving him the opportunity to say, if you want to talk about it, I'm here. Or what are some of the things that maybe now you're realizing from your prior job and you're looking forward to building those here? Whether those are relationships or trust or a sense of how things work. Saying those as real examples and then just reminding, like, you'll build those up here and there are the growth opportunities, but we're not expecting you to grow into a different person overnight. We want to support you to get there. And that can be the reassurance that he really needs. Okay. So yes, have the conversation and come back and we can talk about it. Of course. Have you ever had the feeling of starting a new job and maybe regretting leaving the past one? Or you have teammates that feel that way? Did you know that shift shock is what it's called? There's always got to be an alliteration, right? Well, if you like these tips, our Manager 101 course provides things that managers need to know from my legal and HR background, all in a practical conversational style. Check it out in the description. If it's helpful, Love to have you as part of the course.